Aquarius, hello, how are you today? Welcome to your general reading. Here we go. Let's get started with some oracle cards. First card, watch your words. This is the parrot spirit. Next is the swan spirit. Time for a deep dive. All right, let's get started with some tarot cards here. How are you? I've already asked that. I do hope you are doing very well. All right. Energy card, overall energy for Aquarius. Here we go. Page of Wands. You're being influenced by the Hierophant card. What's on your mind is the Nine of Wands. What you're not seeing is the Lovers. Recent past is Page of Pentacles. Near future is the Ace of Wands. You're represented by the card of the Eight of Swords. The Death card is in your external factors. Hopes and fears is your Three of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles is your outcome. And bottom of the deck here, you've got King of Wands. So here you are, the overall energy, your theme here, you're being asked to lead in a certain situation. Be the visionary, be the person who is going to represent those who are unable to represent themselves. That's the message I'm receiving here. And bottom of the deck here, you've got, and I didn't mean to drop that, but it just decided to come out. And here you've got the opportunity here, or at least the energy to really wanting to expand your world. You're really seeing yourself as wanting to kind of move forward. Because here you've got new opportunities coming in here. New beginnings, new opportunities, and like, you know, here you've got the Three of Wands here. You may have a little bit of competition and rivalry there, but overall, this is a very positive reading, because you've got the King of Pentacles there again, something about abundance, leadership, and abundance that's coming your way. All right. General energy here, you've got the Page of Wands, and this is, again, a new beginning. You've got a lot of new beginnings here. New beginning to new inspiration, maybe a new creative idea, a new endeavor that you are being presented with. The challenge that you're having here is the Hierophant, because this is such an out of the blue kind of situation. Maybe this isn't something that you're used to, this new opportunity or new beginning that you've got coming your way. Maybe this doesn't really align with your tradition, with what you're used to. And so you're kind of having a little bit of a challenge there accepting it. But know that you are being presented with something new that may not necessarily align with the way you've done things, the structure or the routine that you've had in the past. It may be a little bit of a challenge for you. Now here in the recent past here, again, you're starting something new. Whether you're learning something new, you're studying something new, you're taking on a new job, a new opportunity, something new has just started for you. And you're also very inspired by this new beginning that you've got, but you're kind of uncomfortable because it's not necessarily something that you're used to or is traditional in your sense of the word, right? In the way you define tradition. You're very exhausted, right? Because you feel like you're having to work towards something and you're not quite sure what's going to come of it. You've just been battling, you've been fighting for something, and you just don't know if it's worth it. I mean, but you keep going, you're persisting. This is a card of perseverance, but also of exhaustion, because this look at this soldier. He just keeps fighting on, and he's persevering, but he's not quite sure if it's worth it, right? But he's plugging along. But just know that you have the answers to your questions deep within. You have here what's coming towards you that you're not seeing is the Lover's card. This is you making a deep commitment to something that is so soulful, something that comes from the divine, something from your higher self. Now this can represent a marriage, this can represent a relationship, friendship, a new career even, a new job. But this is definitely something more elevated than the Two of Cups. This is something that's divine, something that touches your deep self. So know that that's coming your way and you're not seeing it. You're going to have to make that commitment because there's something so powerful that's headed your way. Again, whether it's love, new career, new opportunity, new job, it's coming your way. You just don't see it. Here you've got the future that goes along with that. You have new ideas, new inspiration, maybe new passion. So if you are starting a new relationship, or there's a new relationship headed your way, or a new bond with your spouse, for example, you have the opportunity here to really revive or renew that passion between the two of you. And this can also be a new passion project, a new way of feeling towards this new opportunity that you're studying and refining, right? All right, there is a part of you here with the 8 of Swords here. This is that victim mentality. You're really seeing that you're trapped. And again, here I keep looking at the Hierophant card. You may be trapped in tradition, that you're thinking that you don't necessarily want to accept this new opportunity, this new beginning, because you're sensing that you're trapped because of your traditions that you have. And know that you don't have to be trapped. You have to see things from a different perspective. Because if you continue to see things that way, you're always going to feel as though you can't get out, that you're trapped here. But that all of this is just you in your mind, and you need to open up your eyes, take your blindfolds off, take your bindings off, and walk out of this sense of entrapment. Because look at what's available to you, around you, and you can't help but have this, and that's transformation. You are shedding these old traditional values that may no longer fit your future self, what you want for yourself here. The old ways of thinking is not serving you anymore, and it's been a challenge for you. But know that here, whether you like it or not, transformation is coming. This is so powerful that you can't help but have this come your way. You're going to need to make room, and you're going to need to continue to fight for the thing that you want in order for you to continue on with your transformation. Now, in your areas of hopes and fears here, the 3 of Pentacles is again about stability. You're fearing that maybe this new opportunity, these new opportunities that are coming your way, whether they're love, career, finance, something like that, these new opportunities that are coming your way that are not necessarily in line with what you're comfortable with. You're worried that, is this going to work out for you? This is a collaborative effort. Should you trust? You're questioning yourself. Should you trust these people that are offering you something? But know that this is something that's very stable for you. Whatever it is that you're studying, this new beginning that you have, know that it's going to lead to something that's very, very stable and collaborative. Going to be the teamwork that you need. Now here in your future, in your outcome, you've got the King of Pentacles. Again, a leadership type position where it's based on your hard work, your experiences. You become that very stable person that's around others that everyone goes to because you have so much knowledge. And your knowledge isn't just from books and studying, that your knowledge is based on your experiences in life. And you're very, very very controlled, and you are in a position of authority and leadership. That's really good for you because you are a very hard worker. You're someone who puts a lot of yourself and a lot of your energies into anything that you have worked towards. If you find that it's a desire that you have, you're always pretty victorious. All right, let's clarify some things here. Let's clarify the 9 of Wands here for Aquarius. Holy cow. Yeah, you're dealing with some conflict around you, right? The 5 of Swords is about winning at all costs. And so what this is telling me is that you're going to need to see things from a different perspective. So otherwise you're going to continue to burn yourself out, and you're going to want to give up. Instead, fight smart. Fight smart. You only need to win just enough to get your point across. Perhaps you need to strategize and try to figure out another way of coming to an agreement. All right. Let's clarify the King of Pentacles here for Aquarius. 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is about stability. This is you focusing in on stability. But also the message here is don't hang on too tightly. Know that the universe really has a huge play in your transformation. Don't hang on too tight to things that you don't need to, because it's almost like driving with your emergency brakes on. You're going to transform whether you like it or not. But there's something here that you're hanging on too too strongly too. And again, whether it's your old ways of thinking, your old traditions that aren't serving you, don't hang on to that too tightly, because it's really going to keep you from moving forward and taking that leadership position. Okay, Aquarius? All right, next let's clarify the 8 of Swords here. All right. Yeah, 8 of Swords, and then you've got your 8 of Wands. You need to make a decision, because you need to take these blinds off and you need to step out of this sense of imprisonment. You're not really imprisoned, because all this energy is moving your way. This energy of transformation is moving your way, and you're the one that's getting in your own way. Take focused energy and put it towards something that's going to be beneficial to you, because you need to change. You need to leave what's old and move on to something new. This is what's coming your way that you're not seeing, is the Lover's card. A new opportunity to commit to something that is really very deeply embedded in you, something that you really, your deep desire. And it's also something that's being sent to you from the universe. Listen to the signs around. This is something to pay attention to. This is swift energy that's coming your way for you to look at this thing here, right? To look at this new commitment that you have that's actually working in your favor. Okay, Aquarius, thank you so much for being here. I hope you got some messages out of this. I'll talk to you soon. I love you. Bye-bye.